So let's transition to these little guys. So these little
Ducks.
ducks here. Um, so these ducks, let me tell you how the ducks came into my life. So first off, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but there is a game out there called Abduction, where you have
Amazing.
a this little rubber UFO, and it's full of all these little ducks, and you have to. It's a like a you have to mix and match. It's a ton of fun. So I've been playing with these ducks for a long time already. And then all of a sudden, one of my friends at DEF CON came up to me and just held out a handful of ducks. He's like, dude, look at all the ducks I found. I was like, holy shit, dude, what are you doing? And then everyone in my little group made it a competition to see who could steal the most ducks without getting yelled at. So,
Yes.
Didn't care. Yeah.
so that's why you'll see people we were just taking like handfuls of them. And we're like, oh, look all these ducks we got. We were secretly just leaving them everywhere throughout Vegas. Everywhere
That's
we were going, we are
that's what
planting
we
these little
wanted.
ducks. Well, that absolutely happened.
So
Good.
we so there were a lot. There were 30,000. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
we got drunk at B-Sides Tampa,
Yep.
and our friend Riot, who helped us with this, he he was already placing little ducks around like that, and so we had found them earlier in the con, and we were talking about them, and then we found out that it was him that was distributing them. So we were like, "Hey, where'd you get them from?" And he was like, "Amazon." So we were like, "Man, this is amazing. What if we just like got tons and tons of these and just put them out everywhere at DEF CON and just try to get like hashtag quack thing?" And so like we just like kept like evolving this idea while we're sitting down having beers at what it's called Lowry Parkade. I'm gonna
Oh,
drop
nice.
that place. It's a sweet place that's in Tampa. It's an arcade bar. Um,
Perfect. Best places
yes.
ever.
And so we were drinking beers there, and we evolved it to the idea of I wonder if we could put QR codes on these things and have them like uniquely scannable. And at the time, we wanted to do like full like quack dealing, and we wanted people to try to get as much quack as they possibly could. And we would just like hide it and distribute it through like villages and everywhere. Well, things got busy and tougher, so we slimmed the idea down to just unlocking what you had figured out there, unlocking another image, kind of
Which
pixel
was
by pixel.
very cool idea, I have
Yeah,
to say. That was super awesome.
but yeah, 30,000 of these were purchased from an Alibaba vendor, and I definitely made them barter with essentially
It's
another
like no one's
vendor.
ever going to be ordering 30,000 again. Come on, hook me up.
I don't know. I think that they sell a lot more of these than I could even imagine. So,
Wow.
and then we saw multiple groups at DEF CON this year who also had the little resin docs. They didn't have QR
Wow.
codes on them, but
Yeah. So
uh,
the QR code. So I noticed it was a QR code that was just like a shortened URL with a number. So at first we're like, sweet, we're gonna help them. We're just gonna brute force every number, and then therefore we'll open up the image. And then when we clicked on it, then we noticed, oh, that's a lookup for a unique GUID, and we're never gonna figure out that GUID.
So unfortunately, like we wanted to make it secure because we wanted it to be something where you had to scan the ducks. But I feel like
Yes.
maybe we made it too secure. Maybe there's flaws in there
yeah,
so that people could just like open it up. But yeah, I don't know.
It was awesome. So my the one question I have is because okay, so I was actually in Vegas in May for a completely different convention called Identiverse. That's my background, is identity access management. So it's an identity conference. It's about as
Oh yeah.
exciting as it sounds. And so we didn't have a booth, so I was doing some guerrilla warfare stuff. So I got 1,000 poker chips and put QR codes and NFC chips on them and littered them throughout the convention in Vegas. And you had to tap them, and there was a scavenger hunt, and that was just the beginning of the scavenger hunt. So when I saw the ducks, I was like, "Oh my God, someone else is doing this! This is going to be amazing." But putting those stickers on and programming it all took weeks.
Yes.
So when you're telling me there's 30,000 little stickers, please tell me they put the stickers on for you in China. I knew you were going
no,
to say
we actually got
that.
the stickers actually really late in the game, so that the stickers actually cost more than the resin ducks.
Really?
Just like just to put it out there because I don't really care.
Yeah.
The ducks were $1,000. The stickers were $1,500 because they we had to get them printed from a company that like makes asset tags for like actual like hardware manufacturing and
Yeah.
like resource tracking and things like that. So
Well, and
uh, we
wanted-
worked with them to make sure that we could do the sequential print and all that
Mhm.
stuff, and got, I guess it's like some sort of a kind of cheap vinyl that they had. They get very expensive very quick. So
So, yeah,
Stickers are way more expensive than people think.
yeah, we paid extra for the vinyl because we were like, we want people to just like hide these around. And we're like, it's DEF CON. It's not like people are going to be putting these indoors in, you
Right.
know, dry surfaces. We're like, no, these could get wet. They might go into a pool.
Beer
They-
condensation.
yeah,
no, we're just like, no, it's a shady place. Like, shady things are going to happen to these poor ducks. Like, we got to make sure they're protected.
That's amazing. So how long did it take to put the little stickers on?
Oh, geez. I think we had the whole thing done probably in like a week or two, but we had like 5 or 6 different families all doing it together. So, like, you know, my
Nice.
wife, my daughter helped. Like, I know
Yeah.
my wife was like absurdly fast with them.
she did like, I think my wife did like 6,000 or 7,000 herself.
Yeah. She
You
was,
got to get into a Zen moment to make that happen.
Yeah, she just watching TV or whatever at nighttime. We would just try to get through as many, and then she would just race me to see how many pages she could complete before I finished one, essentially. So
I love it.
well, and then
That's amazing.
we made, oh, here, let me turn this thing on. Get it working. So we also made these,
Oh,
distributed those. And so we had 1,000 of these that we soldered by hand. And like not just the 2 of us, we had like a crew that came over to help us with those.
Wow.
So we soldered 1,000 of those to pass out by hand, and then we sent 1,000 kits of them that we had to package up
2,000.
ourselves. Or yeah, 2,000 that we gave to the Hardware Hacking Village and the makers community. And like literally all of this, like you had asked what was it for, and it was
Yeah.
RollerCon was
Yeah.
an event that
Wow.
we in Vegas.
So if you saw the advertisements around the image that we were loading, the cheesy 90s
Yes.
GIFs, those
Yes.
were all pointing towards the Get High Roller Con too. And I'm not
Nice.
sure if it's worth spoiling the ending right now for the Ducks or not.
I'm going to say yes. Because well, let me ask you this. You have to be able to tell if people are still scanning new ones. Is it happening?
We've had 1,700 that were scanned. Honestly, it was a much lower number than what we had
That's what I was
Yeah.
afraid of.
that it was going to be. But
we didn't know that until I talked to you. I had no idea. Like that's what was happening until like we kind of like went back and forth a little bit, and then I realized I'm like, this is amazing. And I was like, we got to scan all these things.
yeah.
Well,
So
and
we were talking about. I mean, we were super busy because we had the vendor table that we were running as well.
Yeah.
So we were pretty swamped, not to like pun the term too much, but we wanted to do it where it would unlock a few pixels like at a
Mhm.
time, like per like minute or 2 minutes.
Okay.
So but that just never ended up happening, unfortunately, because again, we ran into time constraints. We wanted to see if people would do it themselves, and then
I was
they
really hoping the image would be like a clue to something else. Like, oh, whoever figures it out, it's gonna be crazy.
oh, it was. Yeah.
once you get to it, you get this
One.
YouTube video that I've sent to you.
It was a
Okay.
QR,
Oh.
and that was kind of the other fun part was that because it's a QR code, we're like, you don't need to scan all of them. You just need to scan enough to make the QR code work. And so that was our hope, was that the people would scan enough of them to realize it was a QR code and be able to kind of like not necessarily brute force, but like get it to work anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
Did you have
with
enough
the
like
error
fault
correction.
tolerance in there? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice.
So,
Can I play the video?
absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. I'm excited. Let's play this thing. Let me share.
And
Here's
just
the
keep in
video.
mind while you're watching this, the amount of work that was necessary to unlock this video.
Sound is required for sure.
Oh yeah.
90 seconds later, I'm in the only room in the house where a boy of 9 could sit in privacy
movie.
and decode.
Yep.
Yeah. Are
Oh,
you
the
able to hear it?
Ah,
Yes.
B.
Yeah. I'm listening to it now. I'll have the audio
To
over.
the next.
Okay.
E. The first word is B. S.
Dude,
it
this
was
is
coming
perfect.
easier now. U. 25.
Come
That's
on,
R.
Ralphie. I'll be right there, Mom. Gee whiz.
G. O. Be sure to. Be sure to what? What was little orphan Annie trying to say? Be sure to what?
Andy has got to go. Will you please come out?
Forgot how long the
Right,
video
Mom.
is.
I'll be right
Oh,
out.
I should note also, we made this video
It was
like
terrible. What
the
was
night
it?
before.
The fate of the planet may
while we
hang in
were
the
all
balance.
drinking, and like half for the next day.
I'll be right out.
Well, that's how everything happens.
Almost
It
there.
was just
My
like
fingers
so
flew. My
last
mind
minute.
was a steel trap. Every pore vibrated. It was almost clear. Yes, 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 yes.
Go to High Roller Con. High Roller Con.
Dick butt.
Mommy commercial? Son of a bitch.
Plummy commercial.
I went out to face the world again.
Oh, God.
Wiser.
Dude,
So,
that was awesome. That
Yeah,
was so good.
like, you do this tremendous amount of work, and at the very end, all it is just this really horribly edited video.
That is the best metaphor, I think, for the entire thing in the most hilarious way possible.